Now in this example, we have a higher difficulty level in that there's a fraction that we're distributing, okay? And just in case you're curious, if you're pretty good at how these distributive property things work, you could multiply both sides by 4 right now, and you just have to know what parts to multiply by 4, but that gets really confusing for students. So instead of doing that, I'm still going to distribute first, and I'm just going to deal with the fractions as they come. So I'm going to go 3/4 times x, that's 3/4 x, and 3/4 times -13. Do you know how to multiply a fraction times a whole number? You put a 1 under it. And then top times top, 3 times 13 would be 39. Over 4 times 1 would be 4. I can slow that down for you personally if you want a little later. But positive 3/4 times -13 would be -39/4, okay? And then I'm going to distribute on the other side too. -2 times 9 is a -18. And a -2 times x is a -2x. So that was step 1. But this time we kind of need an extra step to get rid of those fractions. And what it is if you multiply any fraction by its denominator, poof, the fraction goes away. Let me give you an example of that. If I had 2/3, how could I change it into a whole number? Well, what if I just multiply by 2/1? Sorry. You don't want to mess up this part. What if I multiply by the denominator, which is the 3? 3/1. Then you'd get 2 times 3 is 6, over 3 times 1 is 2. I'm sorry, 3 times 1 is 3, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Or you can cross-reduce if you're good at that. These cross-cancel, and I get 2 is my answer, which is not a fraction anymore. So we're going to use that strategy on this equation over here by multiplying by the lowest common denominator, which we only have one denominator. It's 4. The other ones technically would be over 1. But anyway, we're going to multiply by 4. So if I multiply by 4 every term times 4, it goes 4 times 3/4 x, and 4 times this, and 4 times the -18, and 4 times 2x. So these 4s, they actually cross-cancel. These 4s cross-cancel, and I get 3x. And then these 4s also cross-cancel, and I get -39 equals. And then 4 times -18 is a -72. Okay, that's this part. 4 times -18 is -17. And 4 times -2x is a -8x. So that's an extra step. It's not even on our list, but it helps get rid of all those fractions. Is it necessary? No. It just makes life a lot easier because now we don't have those fractions in the problem. Could we have done the problem exactly following the other steps? Yes. But you just have to deal with fractions along the way. So now I'm ready for the step 3. Put the variable terms, ready for step 2, combine like terms, but there aren't any like terms. So I can move to step 3. Step 3 is put the variable terms on one side, which -8x is smaller than positive 3x, so I'm going to add a positive 8x. I could have subtracted 3x on both sides also, but then I would have ended up with -11x, which is a negative number, which gets confusing for students. It's easier if you keep the coefficient positive, like a positive 11x, okay? And then I copy the rest of the problem, -39 equals 72. Now I'm ready for step 4. Put the constant terms on the other side of the problem. So I'm going to add a positive 39 on both sides. And I get 11x equals 72 plus 39. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry the 1. Oh, it's 111? Is that right? Which doesn't work out well. Wonder if I made a mistake somewhere. Let's double check my math. The 4's cross cancel, and I get 3x. And then the 4's cross cancel, and 3 times 9 is 39. 2 times -2 times 9 is -18.
I think it's a negative.
72. It was a -72, huh? That's where I made my mistake. Thank you. So this 72, I copied wrong right here. This is supposed to be negative 72. And negative 72 plus 39, you'd end up subtracting. So let me erase my 111 here. That's wrong. And let me make a little more room for scratch work. Okay. So, negative, blah, 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 blah. Try again. So this becomes 12, take away 9 is 3. And 7 take away 3 is, oh, got to borrow from the 7, make it 6, take away 3 is 3. And a negative and a positive, which one's bigger is the negative, so it's negative 33.
So why would you subtract?
Because I have a negative 72 and a positive 39. So whenever you have a negative number and a positive number, you end up subtracting. So then I divide by 11, and I get x equals negative 3. So there's one or two of those on your homework. I'm sorry, you're now in algebra, so sometimes we got to like level up to the hard problems that have fractions in them. But don't worry too much. Even if you don't get the fractions, you'll still get a fairly good grade on your quiz next. You can probably finish the homework and still get a decent grade on your homework without doing the fraction part. So